Hi Ben, I just completed the inspection of the incoming components from our new supplier. We have a serious discrepancy in the material properties for the latest batch.
That doesn't sound good. What kind of discrepancy are we talking about?
The specifications on the datasheet list a dielectric strength of 3.5 kilovolts, but this material is only reading at 2.8 kilovolts. That's well outside our tolerance limits.
So it's a clear non-conformance, right?
Exactly. I've already tagged the batch and quarantined it. We'll need to initiate a corrective action and start the root cause analysis immediately.
Do you suspect a manufacturing issue from their side? Or could this be due to storage or handling?
It's too early to say, but based on our SOP and previous batches, it looks like a potential issue from the supplier. I'll need your support to document everything for the audit.
Of course. Have you notified procurement and engineering?
I've informed procurement. Engineering still needs to assess whether this material can be used with a deviation request, or if it must be completely rejected.
Considering this is a Class 2 product, I don't think we can afford to use anything outside the acceptance criteria.
Agreed. We have to ensure compliance with both our internal standard operating procedure, SOP, and the customer's quality control requirements.
Should we involve the customer at this point?
If we choose to proceed with a deviation, we'll definitely need customer approval. For now, we should keep them informed but wait for engineering's decision.
What about the other materials from this batch? Did they pass inspection?
Only partially. We found minor deviations in tensile strength and insulation resistance, but those are still within tolerance. Still, the dielectric failure makes the entire batch questionable.
So we're looking at a possible full rework, or even a complete reject.
That's the likely outcome. I'll include these findings in the documentation and send the full report for review. Can you please inform the line operators not to use any of these parts?
Done. I'll put the affected bins on hold and label them clearly.
Perfect. Also, I'd like to schedule a quick audit of the material receiving process. We need to make sure our incoming inspection procedures are tight enough to catch this earlier.
Good idea. I've also noticed our visual inspection checks vary from shift to shift. Some operators are stricter than others.
That's exactly the kind of inconsistency that could lead to serious quality escapes. Let's plan a refresher training on quality control protocols.
Do we need to escalate this to the Management Review Board?
Yes, especially if it leads to a production delay or customer notification. Any non-conformance like this should be on the management radar.
I'll prepare a summary. If we're rejecting this batch, we'll need to track the cost, impact, and delivery implications too.
I'll include that in the corrective action plan. Could you please gather the shift logs from the last 48 hours?
Already on it. By the way, this isn't the first time we've seen issues with this supplier, is it?
No, we had a similar problem 2 months ago, though it was a different parameter. We flagged it, but no formal corrective action was requested at the time.
That might have been a mistake. Without proper documentation, it's hard to build a case.
Exactly. This time, everything is going into the report. We may need to consider auditing the supplier's production line if this persists.
How long do you think the root cause analysis will take?
I'd say 2 days, assuming we get test results back from the lab tomorrow.
In the meantime, we can prepare a backup batch using the alternate material. It's slightly more expensive, but it meets all specifications.
That's a smart move. I'll check whether we have enough inventory.
Do we still have the previous batch from last week? It might help for comparison during analysis.
Yes, I put aside a sample for the next audit. We can include it in the lab test.
Good thinking. Once we finalize the documentation, let's brief the team and make sure we don't repeat the same mistake.
Absolutely. And this time, let's push for a formal supplier performance review.
Agreed. It's time to hold them accountable. We can't keep wasting time on preventable non-conformance.
Thank you, Ben. Let's regroup tomorrow with updates from the lab and engineering.
I'll be ready. Let's get this sorted.